Every time there is coming a new kind of or type of flies to a new area, there is a bit of confusion about what are they called or why are they called it, and what's the difference between the different types of flies. I will try in this little demonstration or this short video to level out some of that confusion in these new American type of flies, the intruders, which is pretty much new to some people in Europe and has become quite popular for fishing salmon. The one who is just in front of me, you now, is a classic intruder fly. We have it mounted on an intruder shank, or a shank of some kind with a hook mounted right to the end of it, and it shows the really kind of way the actually intruder are working. It's with two rings of hackle, and when it has like this, it's an intruder fly. And the other main group of American fly are this one. It's a Spey or intruder Speys, or what it's called. It's pretty much similar, but it has only one ring of materials in the front, not and has skipped out the one in the back. And that's the difference between them. And the American tends to call this group of flies Speys, and the other ones intruders. And in Europe, where we have these classic Spey flies from River Dee and River Spey, we can call this intruder Speys or whatever. And in America, where they're used most, they are often tied on shanks, but of course you can again tie them on tubes just as good as you can with any other kind of flies. And again, the materials that are used for it are widespread of different kind of material. Ostrich, pheasant, Amherst is probably the only must in the kind of fly. And again, it's not, you can do it without it, of course. And a marabou you can use, and often they use some kind of hair to build up this shoulder underneath the feathers, which is quite often very soft and very movable in the water, which also is probably why it's coming to be quite popular in Denmark and other part of Europe, and you can go to quite extremes with intruders. This one is a sub version of a sub category of intruder flies. It's the squid roe, which is actually, instead of feathers, they have been using two rings of rubber legs, and gives it a very large move in the water. But I think that's about it. I hope that gives a little more light to the subject of what are these intruders, and what are Speys, why is Speys not intruders, and stuff like that.